Afternoon everyone. It's the 7th of September 2016 and I put myself down to the lower Severn for an evening, well, an afternoon into evening session. It's a private stretch of river not far from Worcester. I've been fishing it the last few weeks and I've been doing okay. Hopefully, it's a bit bright at the minute, but hopefully one or two barbel might show as the light starts to fade, sort of 7, 8 o'clock. The river is perfect. It's about probably just shy of 18 inches up. It was 2.5 foot on over the last few days and it's fined off a bit now. It's got a bit of colour and it couldn't be better really. And I'm expecting to catch later on. I've only just got into the peg. I've fished this peg a few times before now. The first thing I'm going to do, I've got 6 points of hemp. There we go. I'm going to bait drop that in, probably 3 or 4 rod lengths out. It's going to take me about 15 or 20 minutes. There's quite a bit of it. Got my bait dropper tangled up everywhere. For this I've just got an old barbel rod I use, an old reel, some 12-pound line and a decent sized bait dropper. I'll spend sort of a fair bit of time doing this because nothing's feeding yet anyway. So all it takes is a bit of a bend in the rod, just like that, and I'll try and drop that in sort of in an area the size of a couple of dinner tables really. Maybe stick a few droppers downstream too, maybe do a few further out with a couple of overhead casts. It does create quite a bit of commotion, but once they find it, hopefully I'll get their heads down and feed a bit with any luck. Put some further out. There we go. You can feel the dropper down. I'll give it a bit of a pull, bit of a tug, then bring it back in. There we go. And I'll pretty much do that until all the hemp's in the peg, and then I'll probably leave it for sort of half an hour, 45 minutes. I'll have a cup of tea and then I'll start setting my rigs up. Well, I ain't been fishing long, probably 10-15 minutes, and I've had a run on the double boiler rod downstream. It feels like a decent fish. It's literally pulled the rod off the rest. Got a powerful run. It feels decent as well. It's gone mid-river into the middle of the river. Deep. I'd be concerned about it going through the other rod. Feels a decent fish. Well, he's not as big as I thought. It's a cracking start to the session. Well, why'd that fish? Lovely start to the session. Lovely big set fish. Here we go, and he is. He's £8. He's £8.15, so he's just an ounce under 9. Now, considering I've took this in bright sunlight, it represents a great start to the session. I'll get this fish rested up as quickly as I can, and I'll pop her back. And hopefully that's a sign of things to come in this session. Well, I got my friends with me again. Can't get rid of these things down here, but I thought I'd show you my peg, my swim. There it is. Lovely looking swim. There's some cables going over the river just downstream. We're about 4 miles downstream of Worcester. Anybody who knows the area will know where I'm fishing. I'm fishing probably just over a third of the way out. Nice bit of colour in the river. I had that fish on the downstream rod. Bit of a surprise that for so early in the session, but it's a cracking start. I couldn't have really asked for anything more than that. The fish took a double boiler on a size 8 hook. I'll show you my rigs and my setup as the session goes on. Hopefully we'll have a few more. Okay, tackle today, same as ever. 1 3/4 pound test curve barbel rod. We've got a Shimano X-Aero 6000 bait runner, 12 pound main line. I'm using GR60 now. I've moved from centre, and it does seem very tough and durable. So far so good with it. I've got semi-fixed lead clip, 3 ounce lead. I've got 15 pound strip tees with the bottom few inches stripped off, and I've got 2 15mm boilies. They're actually super glued together so they don't move apart on the hair. That's where I had the barbel earlier on. The other rod is exactly the same, except that's got a single boilie. The reason I've been using double boilies down here, there's a lot of bream, and when they're feeding you can't get through them. Literally within a few minutes you've got a bream hanging off the rod. It hasn't happened yet tonight, which I'm quite surprised at, but it does seem to deter the bream fishing a slightly bigger bait. Some big bream in here as well. I've had one almost £7 last week, and there's lots of 4s and 5s. If you fish for them, you could probably do £100 of the things, but that's not really my thing really. each to their own. But it's still really bright. It's about 20 to 7 now. So sunset's an hour away, and then I'll really expect things to start to pick up. So fingers crossed. I'll just cast this back out and settle down with a cup of tea, I think. As predicted, a Bream has picked up the single boiler. So we'll knock it on the head. And try meat, I think. I don't really want to catch these things, it's not that big. This particular section of river is full of these. Hundreds of them, and that was quite a small one by the standards of this stretch. They probably average between £4 and £5. So what I shall do now, I shall take the bully off, and I should put a big lump of meat on, and hopefully Mrs. Barbel will take a fancy to it. Okay, it's the 8th of September now. I had to rush off yesterday, bit of a problem at home. But I'm back down here again today, the same kind of time, it's 5:30. River's dropped about 6 inches, bit of the colour's gone. The main difference is there's a nice breeze blowing. I thought that'll help keep me cool because I sat here sweating yesterday. Tonight I'm going to fish well into dark. Well, till at least 11 anyway. We'll see how it goes. I'm in no rush to get home tonight. I've got no work tomorrow. I'm going to approach the session the same way. I've put 6, 7, almost a gallon of hemp out there. I'm going to start with double boilie, one rod, single boilie on the other, and eels permitting, I shall switch to meat as the light starts to fade. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll put a few on the bank. Well, I was just beginning to think about changing tactics because I haven't had a tap, and I've had an absolute screaming pull on the downstream rod on double boilie again. Another barbel. Really did literally off the rest, bait runner screaming. Seems to be effective the last few nights, this double boilie bait. I'm not sure. Don't think it's a monstrous fish. Oh, it's going on. I'd say it's in the £7 or £8 bracket. Maybe a little bit small, I'm not too sure. It's all boring deep. Fortunately, it's pretty snag free this swim. So it should be okay. Barring hook pulls, I should get it in the net. It's not a big fish. Not a big fish. There we go. And he's in the net. Lovely. Get him unhooked. Rested up. Pop the fish back. There we go. Lovely thick lower Severn fish. It's not massive, it's probably £6. Maybe even a little bit smaller, but certainly in lovely nick. And didn't it go well? Really did give a good account of itself, that fish did. I won't keep it out of the water any longer. I'll rest it up and slip her back. I'm in again. This time on the single boilie rod. Again, it doesn't feel big. And it's gone through the other rod, which is a bit of a pain. No, it's just a splasher. Just a small fish. I can untangle it from the other rod, that'd be and the fish number 2 of this session. As low as Severn barbel go, they probably don't get much smaller than that. That's probably not even £3 that. But it's fish number 2, so all good. Look at that. Okay, it's 8:45 now. So it's pretty much dark. We're an hour after sunset, a bit more than that actually. I haven't had any more knocks or twitches or pulls, apart from off eels. I've switched one of the rods to meat, and it seems that the eels are whittling it down slowly, so I might switch it back to boilie. There's not really much point. After sort of 15-20 minutes the bait's gone anyway. I'm here for another hour. Hopefully a barbel will show up before I pack up. I'm a bit disappointed at the minute. I thought after I've had 2 smaller fish earlier on that I might have got into a few more as the light started to fade, but it hasn't happened. But you never know. There's time yet. Well, I was wondering where the bream had gone tonight, and one showed up on the single boilie. You can't really come down here without not catching a bream. It's the first fish I've had since the light's gone now. Go, another lower Severn Bream, not massive, smaller than average down here. But never mind. I wish it was a barbel, but still. There you go. There's chance yet. Almost 10 o'clock now. I haven't had any more barbel. In fact, I'm a little bit disappointed with the session. It was quite promising. The two small barbel before the light went. I did expect more as the light started to fade, but it never happened. But I guess that's fishing, I suppose. Can't catch them all the time. At least I haven't blanked now. I have managed a couple, and I had that one last night as well, which was sort of half decent, 8.15 I think it was. I should be back down here again now, probably at the weekend. Might even knock a few more videos up. I've been a bit slow lately. I ain't really done many videos. I think the last one was last November. So with any luck, I'll be doing some more soon. I hope you enjoyed this latest vid. I might even catch you on the bank soon. Bye for now.